Hey everyone, welcome back to Joyful Clicks. It's so great to see you all again. I hope you're having an amazing day. Okay, so have you ever been totally confused by a phrase someone said? Those moments when someone says something and you're just standing there scratching your head trying to figure out what on earth they mean? It's the worst, right? Especially when it's something super common and everyone else seems to get it. You feel like you're the only one out of the loop, and it can be super frustrating. I've been there. It's awkward. You try to laugh it off or nod along, but inside you're just hoping someone will explain it to you. Today we're diving into 10 English phrases that often confuse non-native speakers. These phrases can be tricky because they don't always mean what they seem to at first glance. These are like those sneaky little sayings that sound totally bizarre if you take them literally. They can make you feel like you're missing some inside joke that everyone else is in on. We're going to break them down, explain what they actually mean, and give you some examples so you can totally rock these phrases in your own conversations. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be using these phrases like a pro. Make sure to stick around till the end to see if any of these phrases have ever puzzled you. You might be surprised at how many of them you've heard before but never quite understood. And okay, low-key, even native speakers might learn something new. Let's get into it. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's unravel these mysterious phrases together. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so first up we have break a leg. This phrase is one of those quirky expressions that has found its way into everyday language, especially in the world of theater and performance. Now, please don't actually go and break your leg, okay? That would be quite unfortunate and definitely not what we mean here. This is the opposite of what it sounds like. It's one of those idioms that can really throw you off if you're not familiar with it. It's actually a way to wish someone good luck, especially before a performance. So if you see someone about to step on stage, you might hear people saying break a leg as a form of encouragement. It's kind of weird, I know, but that's the beauty of language, right? It's full of these odd little phrases that make it so colorful and interesting. Imagine telling someone to break a bone before they go on stage, right? Super strange, but it's a thing. And it's not just limited to theater. You might hear it in other contexts where someone is about to undertake something challenging. Theories about its origin are all over the place, but regardless, it's stuck around. Some say it comes from the idea of bending your knee in a bow, while others think it's about breaking the line of sight to the audience. So, if your friend is about to give a presentation, you could say, break a leg. It's a fun way to wish them well and show your support. It's just a weird English thing. Our language is full of these odd expressions that don't make literal sense but have a deeper meaning. You know how we are. We love our idioms and quirky sayings. They add a bit of spice to our conversations. So, yeah, break a leg. Next time you want to wish someone good luck, try using this phrase. It's sure to bring a smile to their face. Next up, piece of cake. This one makes me hungry, not gonna lie. Just thinking about a delicious, moist cake with layers of frosting can make anyone's mouth water. But it has absolutely nothing to do with actual cake. No, we're not talking about desserts here. It means something is super easy, ridiculously simple. Like when you breeze through a task without breaking a sweat. Imagine cutting a slice of cake, effortless, right? The knife just glides through, and before you know it, you have a perfect slice ready to be enjoyed. Unless it's frozen rock solid. Then, of course, it becomes a whole different story. You might need a chisel and a hammer for that one. But let's assume it's a normal cake. Easy peasy, just a gentle push, and voila, you have a piece of cake. So if someone asks you to do something and it's totally within your skill set, you can say piece of cake. It's like telling them, no worries, I've got this. They'll know you're not asking for a dessert reward, just that you find the task easy. It's a way of saying, this is no big deal for me. It's all about managing expectations and stuff. When you say piece of cake, you're setting the tone that the task is well within your capabilities, and also low-key, making yourself sound super competent. It's a subtle way of showing confidence without being boastful, which, let's be real, is always a plus. Confidence can be contagious, and it often reassures others that they can rely on you. So next time you're faced with a challenge, remember, if it's something you can handle easily, just say piece of cake and tackle it with confidence. And who knows, maybe after completing that task, you can reward yourself with an actual piece of cake. Because let's face it, you deserve it. Okay, hit the sack. This one sounds kind of violent, right? Are we punching a bag of potatoes? No, it just means to go to bed, to sleep, to catch some Z's. Why a sack? I don't know. Maybe because old-timey beds were filled with straw or something, who knows? The point is, if you're tired and ready for bed, you can say, I'm going to hit the sack. No actual hitting required, just like a gentle lowering of your body onto a mattress. Unless you like jump into bed, then maybe there's some hitting involved, but that's your business. Under the weather. This one sounds kind of poetic, right? Like you're standing in the rain, contemplating the meaning of life. Nope. It just means you're feeling sick, not like deathly ill, but just a little off. Maybe a sniffle, a cough, a headache, just not feeling 100%. So if you're feeling a bit under the weather, you can totally use this phrase. It's a classic, and it's way more interesting than just saying I'm sick, which, let's be real, is kind of boring. Spill the beans. Okay, this one sounds messy, like you've just knocked over a pot of baked beans. Disaster. But no, it actually means to reveal a secret, to tell something you weren't supposed to. So if your friend is hiding something from you, you can say, spill the beans! They'll know you're not asking them to create a bean-related mess. You just want the juicy gossip. We all love a little juicy gossip, right? Don't lie. Costs an arm and a leg. Okay, this one is dramatic. Like, are we talking about selling body parts on the black market? No, definitely not. It just means something is really expensive, like ridiculously pricey. So if you see a designer handbag that costs like $1 million, you can say that costs an arm and a leg. No actual limbs need to be sacrificed for this purchase, just like a lot of money, which, let's be real, is almost as painful. Bite the bullet. This one sounds kind of painful, right? Like, are we biting down on a piece of metal? No, thankfully not. It means to endure a difficult or unpleasant situation with courage. So, if you have to do something you really don't want to do, like go to the dentist, you can say, I guess I'll just have to bite the bullet. No actual bullet biting required, just like a lot of mental fortitude, which, let's be real, is sometimes harder than biting a bullet. Let the cat out of the bag. Okay, this one is confusing, like, why was there a cat in a bag in the first place, and why are we letting it out? The point is, it means to reveal a secret, usually accidentally. So if you were planning a surprise party for your friend and accidentally mentioned it to them, you'd have let the cat out of the bag. No actual cats involved, just like a ruined surprise. Oops. Kick the bucket. Okay, this one is morbid, like, are we kicking a bucket in anger? No, it means to die, to pass away, to expire. It's a euphemism, which is a fancy way of saying it's a less direct way of talking about something unpleasant. So if you're talking about a character in a movie who dies, you could say, he kicked the bucket. No actual buckets were harmed in the making of this idiom. Burn the midnight oil. This one sounds kind of romantic, right? Like you're sitting by candlelight, writing poetry. Not quite. It means to stay up late working or studying. So if you have a big exam coming up and you're pulling an all-nighter, you can say, I'm burning the midnight oil. No actual oil needs to be burned, just like your brain power, which, let's be real, is probably more valuable than oil anyway. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know what kind of content you guys enjoy. Also, it makes me feel validated. Just kidding. Mostly. Let us know in the comments which phrase you found the most confusing. I'm curious to see which one tripped you up the most. Or, if you already knew all of these, let me know how smart you are. I'm always down for a little bragging. See you in the next video. Peace out.